Damn it. I didn't mean to start recording it. Um, so recently, well, it's not the first time I've done it, but I stopped being friends with somebody that I've known for 11 years. I really intended on being friends with them forever, for as long as possible, having them around forever, because that was my friend of 11 years, and I'm only 17, so that's my entire life basically. And the thing is, it just wasn't that great of a friend. I would say that they were my best friend over anything else. However, that's just not true, because a best friend is somebody who's better than all your other friends to me. And I mean, in a sense, she was better. she I kept saying they, my bad. She was better than all my friends in a sense. It's just more of the fact that the things that she did and the fact that she just did not seem to care. I mean, deep down, I know that there's some hope that she does care about me and care about other things, and she'll find out eventually that she does care, and she'll find a way to show care and be able to process all that. But I don't want to stick around and wait for that. I have the hopes that she'll be like that sooner or later, but what can I do? But anyway, so basically, she would just make me really uncomfortable. I would express that discomfort, and she'd be like, okay, so leave, block me, and all that other stuff, and just be generally overall dismissive of me. However, whenever I actually had an issue with somebody else, not her, like in a relationship, she would be there for me and do a lot of stuff for me, and it was really nice. I don't really consider that being her my friend more than somebody just caring about me. And the thing about that is that I want so much for somebody to like care for me enough to notice that I'm not doing okay, even though I'm making it out to seem that I'm doing fine. Because I am. Genuinely, I am. I might be the most depressed I've been since my entire life, but I'm also the happiest I've been. But it's also because I had her, and I had other friends with that from her. However, now that I've kind of dropped her, I have a feeling that those friends that are hers are no longer going to be mine. That's fine with me. I did just fine without anybody, and I'll do just fine without them. And I know that I'll be fine without anybody. But again, it's just the fact that I want so much and so deeply for somebody to be there for me the way that I am there for anybody else. I personally am not that, I don't think that I'm great at being there for anybody else, simply for the fact I'm not that great of a talker. I think I would be a great therapist, honestly, because I have enough experience in the field to talk to people about their issues. But again, I just want something there. And another thing that's been bothering me like a lot recently, ever since it happened, it is currently June, almost. In like a day or two, it's gonna be July. And last November, something very tragic happened to me because I expected that I was under the impression that I was gonna be with this guy forever. Not what happened. It was the best 4 months of my life. Don't get me wrong, he was great. He probably still is, to be honest. it's just really hard to get over somebody like that, because he didn't do anything wrong to me. He didn't mistreat me in any way. It was primarily me being the issue, because I just wanted more and more. I needed more attention, more time. I was just so used to having as much time in the world as possible. And it really sucks because, again, he was the best person I've ever dated. And I miss him so much. I miss that version of him. I still talk to him. I wouldn't necessarily say that I still want him. It's just the fact that I want what we had back then. Because the way it went down was not the best for me. Because one day I just woke up and he said that he wanted to take a break, and he had the audacity to send me a photo of him so that I could still see him in the morning when I woke up. And when I did wake up, it was really early, because I just kind of have that sixth sense where I know something's not going to go how I want it to, or where I know something's not right. And it sucks for that situation even more, because I know I'm able to predict what will happen, and then it happens, and I'm just like, wow, I was right. And then I just feel bad about myself being right. And people could say that's manifestation, that's me manifesting it, that's me putting bad juju on the relationship or whatever. But I just think that if that really is the situation, why would that happen? Because traditionally, I do everything right. I communicate my feelings. I try to make space for the other person. It just never ends up being that reciprocated, and that's kind of what I was expecting for my best friend to do, to make space for me, adjust for me. I've been adjusting for a lot of people, and I've finally gotten to the point where I'm not adjusting for anybody, and I'm just making space for myself and being myself fully. However, I'm still very much adjusting. I used to write poetry. I still have a knack for it. I still like writing poetry. It's just the fact that it's harder to write poetry, because now my feelings are so scrambled everywhere. I've become somebody that I genuinely do not want to be around. And don't get me wrong, I love myself so much, because at the end of the day, it's only me. And it's just really hard. It's just really hard. Because everybody tells you that you just need to love yourself, but they never talk about how painfully lonely it is loving yourself. Because I am so lonely, and I hate being lonely. I'm lonesome, I'm lonely, like, I just want friends. And I have friends. It's just that I don't really have friends to lean to. Even when I did have my best friend, even in a relationship, I didn't really feel that I had anyone to lean on to. And I guess I could talk to my parents, like my mom. However, she's really busy, and I've been asking for a therapist for a year or two now, and I've been asking for antidepressants for even longer than that. And I just haven't. I don't know. It just feels like I'm not really having space made for me in my own home. And it sucks. Because everything that I need and that I feel that I need and that I know that I need, I'm not receiving it in any way, shape, or form. And I just want to disappear. Maybe if I just wasn't here, it would be a lot easier for everybody. And no matter what I do, every single day, it's always the same. I could be completely fine, but I still want to kill myself at the end of the day. Because I don't want to stop existing. I want to kill myself so I have the release of everything in one final moment. And I want to kill myself because I want everybody who ever caused me pain to hurt so much more than I hurt. And I want everybody to who loves me to be able to prove that they love me by feeling the grief of my absence. And that's really wrong of me, that's really selfish, and that's why everybody keeps saying that being suicide is selfish. Committing suicide is selfish. Self-harm is selfish, because it is. Especially with a motive. It doesn't. And the thing about me wanting to kill myself is the fact that I really can't. If I really want to, and if I could, I 100% would be killing myself. As of this current moment, I would have been dead years ago. It's just the fact that I am so relied on, and I am so heavily relied on in my family, because I have to take care of my little sister. I have to make sure my grandpa, who has dementia, doesn't set the house on fire. I have to make sure the dogs don't get fed a bajillion times a day because my grandpa has dementia. I have to make sure that my dogs actually get fed. I have to make sure they go outside. I have to make sure of all the things. I have to make sure that my 2 pet tortoises aren't dying because they are mine. That responsibility is mine alone. It's 2. Which means I'm gonna have 2 humongous animals to take care of when I'm older. And honestly, they're not really in my life plan. My life plan is turn 21, get a job whenever I can, because I can't get a job right now because I'm being relied on. I've tried. I want to, but I can't. And I just want to turn 21, make money, and drown myself in so much alcohol and wine. Primarily wine, because I like wine a lot. And once, maybe before I hit 25, I want to kill myself. And I know it gets better. Everybody says it gets better, and every single time I open up to somebody, it's always the same thing over and over. You need professional help. They try to give me not unsolicited. They try to give me advice, and try to remedy my situation and try to make light of it. I've heard it all before, and it's just the fact that, quite frankly, I'm tired of it. Like, it's nice having somebody that partially cares enough for me to make space for me like that. It's just the fact that nobody's coming to me actively to choose to talk to me, because people choose to talk to me because I don't reach out, and that's me not really having friends to talk to. That's my fault, because I don't reach out to people, and I choose to be alone. That's why I'm lonesome. I choose to be alone because I feel that the reason why I choose to be alone is because no matter what I do, everything is temporary, and I don't want temporary solutions. I want long lasting, I want permanent fix. I want a permanent fix. And I don't have that. And like I said, my 11-year friendship, how I have other friends connected to her. The entire plan was us three were all gonna live together, and like we would help out. We would help each other with the rent. And I don't even have that. I don't have somewhere to go when I turn 18. I'm gonna, in full honesty, I don't think I would kill myself. I know I can, and I want to really bad. It's just the fact that I don't think I will. I like living. I like being alive. It's just the fact it's not for me. I like being here. It's just the fact that I didn't get to choose. And if I got to choose, then I would be content. But it's the fact that I didn't get to choose this, and I want to leave. I want to experience the world so much, and I want to go explore. I want to go travel. I want to see everything. I want to live in Oregon because of how gloomy and rainy it is. I really like that weather. My entire platform is like AJ Sunshine, and like it's really sweet and cute. And then it's really, I like how opposing it is, because it's AJ Sunshine, and then like that's the username, and then like the name is AJ in the Crypt currently. Kind of vampire-y. I like vampires. And it sucks a lot, really, because I lost where I was gonna go. I lost my plans. I lost everything. I don't currently have anything besides what it's stuff that I don't need. Oh, that's gross. I'm sorry. Like, I might view it as something I don't need right now, and I need it, but I'm still alone. My cousin calls me every night. It's really sweet. I appreciate it. She's the best. It's just not enough for me, because I want a special, specific someone. I want so much to be loved. I want to give my love, and I want something in return. That sounds really bad, but I want a relationship. Like, I want to be loved in return for my love. I want the same. I want the thrill. And I feel really bad about it sometimes, but not really, because it's me now. But there was this guy that I started liking, and we got into a relationship, and I kind of realized that it wasn't gonna really bring me any joy because I only wanted the thrill of chasing a relationship. I wanted to feel that I had something to look forward to. It's just the fact that once I got it, I wasn't happy with it. And it really is you can have everything you want, but it won't make you happy. And yeah, that's true. And I have a really hard time crying because, no, not because. I have a really hard time crying, and it sucks because I have so much built up stress. I constantly feel weighed down by how much stress I have. I can be surrounded by the brightest of people and just be happy, the happiest I've ever been. But it won't matter because as soon, not even as soon, it happens even during being happy, I can tell that this is not working. And honestly, I kind of just feel like Trisha Paytas. That's kind of why I'm doing this. Trying to vent my things out because I have nobody else to talk to. And she's really a representation of how everything can get better. It's just the fact that I'm currently in bed, but I'm on the kitchen floor. I'm on the kitchen floor waiting for everything, and I don't want to have to wait. And it kind of sucks again because I see everybody doing great, and I'm just so envious and jealous of it because why isn't that what I have? If anybody deserves to be happy and to have a happy relationship and to be in a good place, it's me. Because I've dealt with so much since I was little. I grew up in a family where my brothers were constantly fighting with each other. Not really, it's more of a, but they were. I grew up in a family where my brother was constantly fighting with my mom. Where I had 3 dads because one couldn't decide if he wanted me or not. One decided that he didn't want me, which was my actual father, and then one is, no offense, he's great and stuff. It's just the fact that it's not a dad that it's not the dad that I idolize in my head. Because it's just really aggressive. So currently, I don't have a dad. I don't view anybody as my father. I don't even view my biological father as my father because genuinely, why would I? He doesn't make an effort. It's been 10 years. I haven't heard from him. How was I at? Like I was saying though, if anybody deserves to be happy, it's me. Because I try my best to make others happy, but it just seems like no matter how hard anybody else can try to make me happy, I'm not. And I'm really happy that people do that for me. It's just the fact that I know it's not gonna work, so it kind of feels useless. And I think I'm starting to realize why one of my exes left me. Because he couldn't make me happy. He didn't feel that it was making me happy, but he was. And it's the fact that he made me so happy that even my mom noticed it, and she said that I was happier. And it's the fact that he got me up at 8 o'clock in the morning every day. And it's the fact that even now, whenever I don't wake up on time, my mom says, well, when you were with him, you could. And it's really hard to move on from him because I was so happy. I was the happiest I've ever been. And I blew it. I was so attached to it and I was so dependent on it. And I needed it so much. And I blew it. And it sucks watching him go from relationship to relationship. Because I want so badly to be with him again. I'm sorry, my tear tasted really nice. But I wanted so badly to build my future with him. We would have made a year last month, I think. I remember the date he left me. He left me on my sister's birthday. I don't know. It's a blur. I remember it, but no. He left me a day after my sister's birthday. I'm kind of gross, I'm sorry. And it sucks saying that I don't have friends. But it's true. I don't really have friends. I have friends, like casual friends. I don't have close to my heart friends. And then we get on to the other point that, yeah, I'm friends with my exes. Does that sound smart? No. Traditionally, people are like, don't do that. That's not smart. It's just more of the fact that I've built so much with them, and it's the fact that I can't let that go. I can't let it go. And there's another ex of mine that I dated for a year. He's so far my longest relationship I've ever been in, and it was so bad. He's my first everything. I mean, I had sex with him. We kissed. We showered together. And it sucks because I'm pretty sure the relationship only ever worked whenever we were lustful for each other. But the thing is that we worked. Despite all of our flaws, we worked. And I wanted so much to be in a good relationship with him. And I could have been happy. But if my best friend, if she were here listening to me saying this, she'd be like, no, you would not have been happy. He was a terrible person, blah, 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 this and that. I'm not going to get into all the meat and gritty of it. Because she's right. I just hope that my mom isn't right, because she said a week from now I'll probably be back with. I'll probably not be back with. I'll probably be around my best friend of 11 years. Again, and I don't want to be around that, genuinely. I'm not sad that she's gone. I'm just sad that that's 11 years of my life that's just gone.